Coming up now, though, let us speak to Christian Drogan, who is, of course, our man with his eye on the ball, figuring out what is going on in this country culturally. And mostly to do as well with illegal immigration. He's with Watchmen, the organisation that keeps an eye on what is going on in this country. Christian, very good morning to you, sir.
Good morning. How are you doing, Mike?
Yeah, very well indeed. It's been a funny old week, actually, because we started off the week by reporting on the football business and how the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium was turned into a sort of mosque for the night when they did an iftar there, and had some guy, chanting into a microphone and singing, and it was such a bizarre scene. And similarly, Wrexham played Chelsea, I think, in the FA Cup, and you could see Ryan Reynolds, the owner of Wrexham, very puzzled as he watched. They took a break in the match so that one of the players for Chelsea, who was a Muslim, could have a drink of water because he's fasting for Ramadan. And people are kind of going, "What's all this about?" And you've got a similar story from your neck of the woods about a Labour MP. Tell us about it.
Yeah, so I mean, this is actually from last year. This clip, Mike, and but it didn't really ever seem relevant until Labour started really pushing the Islamophobia law that they're trying to bring in, and next thing you know, you've got football clubs playing out the call to prayer, and which, to be fair, the words to the call to prayer. If you translate them into English, they're not exactly in line with a lot of people's beliefs, basically.
Inclusive,
in this country,
I think, is the word you're looking for, right?
That's it. Yeah. So
it's a good point, actually. What does the call to prayer actually say?
Well, something along. I can't remember the exact definition. It's something along the lines of, God is the greatest. There is no God but Allah. The only God in the world is Allah. So, that's what the first few lines roughly translate to. A few of the lines are repeated, but yeah. So I just thought to myself, actually. It's all getting a bit much this now. It's like the Islamification of Britain, or the Islamization of Britain is becoming very apparent. And I remember thinking back to a clip a video that I'd taken, and I played the video, and to be honest, I'd actually forgotten what was said on the clip until I played it back. I think I've sent it over. If you've got it to play, it's quite an interesting one.
It is. I mean, I don't think we've actually. I think as a result of various different problems this morning, we haven't actually loaded it up. But it's basically Paul. Is it Paul Waugh, the Labour MP?
Yeah, Paul Waugh he's stated that he's a very good friend, the Palestinian ambassador. Yeah. Who technically at the time wasn't even the ambassador, right. But Hussam Zomlot is his very good friend now. After the videos that we've seen of Rachel Reeves and Keir Starmer, Rachel Reeves with her link that were released by Robert Jenrick, and obviously the video of Keir Starmer having his arm stroked by Hussam Zomlot.
By the same guy, yeah, I remember that, yeah. Which was really creepy, wasn't it?
Yeah, it's just sort of, it's just another little bit of proof that Labour are quite heavily in bed with, with Islamists, effectively.
Yes. Well, I mean, presumably, and I don't know whether you've had an opportunity to look into this, but I presume if you do the old Watergate test, which is follow the money, you would probably find that quite a lot of local Labour Party MPs are in some way in the pay of donations, one would think, from local Islamist organisations, some of which might be completely benign, some of which might not be completely benign. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. I don't have any evidence of this, but I've heard from very good sources. So allegedly, I believe that in the past, and again, I don't have proof of this, it's alleged, but I've heard that there have been offers from from Muslim leaders in Rochdale, particularly, to actually give money to the Labour Party, right. Providing they work together. So That's alleged. I don't actually have the evidence of that, but I've heard from very good sources that
Well, it would, I
that
mean,
was
you
that's
know, as well as I do, Christian, that, that's the way the cookie crumbles. If you want to get successful
yeah,
in politics, you need to make sure you've got some, some seed money. And if you have to get that money from somewhere that might be considered to be a bit, dodgy, you
yeah,
might take a view on that, and you might say, well, I don't care. I just need the money.
yeah, yeah. And I mean, in other news, I didn't see it with my own eyes, but I was in Manchester at the time. We've had people on horseback
Yes. Well,
chasing
I've seen a video of
patrolling the
that.
streets,
Yeah.
should we say?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean,
It's
it's just like something from the Wild West, isn't it?
Yeah, it's all a bit crazy, really. And to
Yeah.
be fair, I think I think we've got to try and put our foot down somewhere or another. It's I think Labour are running away with this Islamophobia definition
Yeah.
and law that they're trying to bring in.
Yeah.
And realistically, I think there's much greater issues to focus on, such as a grooming gang inquiry and things like that. So
Yeah, totally. I
so
mean,
yeah,
that's the other thing that's interesting is that we saw the story this week that the Greens, having won in Gorton and Denton as a result of their kind of massaging, shall we say, in the kindest way of the a Muslim vote, we're now hearing that there's going to be a load of defections possibly from the Labour government to the Green Party, so that suddenly,
right.
Labour MPs will suddenly become Green MPs, and then suddenly you've got another problem.
Yeah, I mean, personally, it proves that the Muslim vote has just piggybacked on the back of Labour, and
Yeah.
now they feel like they're done with them. They're tossing them to the side, and they're going with Greens, and I'm pretty sure the same thing will happen to the Green Party. So, if the Greens want to be so stupid to do that, then on their head be it.
Yeah, I know. Absolutely shocking.
So yeah.
Great. Well, listen, Christian, good to talk to you. What are you up to this week? What can we look forward to when we talk to you next week?
So yeah, I'm heading around the country this week. I'm heading over to a couple. So actually, this week I've been to a couple of protests. Even just your regular weekly hotel protests. I've been trying to speak to the lefties, trying to do it fair, balanced reporting.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, what happens when you do approach the lefties, they don't want to speak to you. People on the
No.
right, they're quite happy to voice their opinion, show the faces. So yeah, I'm going to hit the road and I'm going to go get around the country and try and get to some hotel protests and just put it on the toes of these people who are protesting on both sides and see why people are there. And that's what I'm planning on doing. So
All right. Good stuff.
yeah.
Sounds great. And
So,
Watchmen, tell people where they can find it.
yeah, so it's online. It's watchmanuk.com, or if they want to go on our socials, it's at Watchman Raw on all
Brilliant.
socials.
Great stuff. Great job you're doing, Christian. Thank you very
Perfect.
much indeed. Christian Drogan checking in with us from Manchester, where there's an awful lot going on, including, by the way, and we didn't really do much with this earlier in the week, but we probably should have done, and we probably should look at it again. People riding around on horseback, right? Just think about this for a second, right? This is 2026, Britain, riding around on horseback, operating some kind of Sharia law explanation, right? Chasing people on horseback who are possibly demonstrating against those people who are demonstrating on behalf of Palestine or on behalf of Iran. And these characters on horseback, like sort of, Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid, riding around Manchester streets and the police not doing anything about it. And in fact, at one point, there's a video which I'm sure you might have seen on social media. We may indeed play it later on in the week, and or tomorrow, as we would say, where the police officer in the street says, "What do you expect us to do? Do you think we should just pull them off the horses?" Oh yeah, actually, yeah, that would be good. Just say to them, "Excuse me." I mean, if I got on a horse, right? I'm walking out the studio. I get on a horse. Nay. I wouldn't pull you off. You wouldn't pull me off. No. Thanks. Yeah. Pooch is not having a great day because we haven't got any money now, right? So we worked out that, we can't afford to do anything. And the quacking seems to have stopped, which is good. Yeah, imagine if I get on a horse and just start riding down sort of, Lambeth Road, which is not far from where we are. I'm pretty sure that I would be stopped by a police officer going, "What are you doing?" Right? What are you doing? These guys are not only riding on horses, they're actually chasing people off the streets of Manchester because they don't like what they're protesting against, because they're protesting against, you know, the scumbags that want a free Palestine. I don't understand it. Apparently that's fine. It's just really ridiculous, isn't it? You might hear chuckling in the background. Donald McLeod is here from the Clan McLeod. He took me out for dinner last night, and I've worked out a fantastic method of getting him to pay for dinner, which is to basically go to the toilet and spend so much time there that by the time he comes back, he's paid because he's bored. Anyway, so we'll be talking to him. Also, Plank of the Week we're going to be filming later on, and Plonk of the Week. We're going to do it all, but this time we're going to do it in the right order, so that when we do Plank of the Week, we'll still be sober, hopefully. Coming up, this is one from Ed, who says, this is a super chat. Mick, I have Churchill on my phone screensaver. Well done to you. Well, don't change it for a hedgehog. Mick, what did I say?
No, he's calling you Mick.
He's calling me Mick?
Yeah.
Don't call me Mick. That was one of the things people used to say to me when I was a kid. If they called me Mick, I was like, don't call me that. You can call me Mike, you can call me Michael. Please don't call me Mick. Anyway, thank you. We've got also the map of shame. These are the people who are watching the show. Pitcairn Island we added in today, Cape Town as well, and I've just had one from Finland, Helsinki. How do I find that? Is that sort of up here?
No.
Hey?
Sweden, look at Sweden.
Sweden there. Yeah. Is that Finland there? But it's right next to Russia, isn't it? So I'm going to put it there. About there. That's Finland there, right? Okay, isn't it? There you go. It's like geography lesson. This is brilliant. Right, coming up after this, Jamie Jenkins will be joining us.
Why don't you relax and be a bit more MG? That would be a triumph.
Really?
Well, fucking right.
Look at that. Hey, we're on the air, by the way. That's Mr. Donald McLeod's hand. Anyway, we had a good time last night. Very nice time at Boysdale, the Scottish restaurant. We had haggis, believe it or not. And I had calves, liver and bacon, which was very good. You had steak tartare.
Tartare.
I seem to remember. Jamie Jenkins is here, though, our favourite statistician. Jamie, very good morning to you, sir.
Morning, Mike. Have you had any viewers in from North Korea yet? So you can check in how Starmer's running our country?
Well, they haven't admitted to watching us from North Korea. I don't think you're allowed to watch TV in North Korea, are you?
Well, they might be trying to sneak through the VPN to try and find out what this totalitarian.
Yeah, we're a bit bereft, sort of, in the general sort of Asian region over here. So the more the merrier. I'm pretty sure we've got Hong Kong. I know we've got Hong Kong listeners. So if you are listening in Hong Kong, let us know so we can put it on, or indeed anywhere in mainland China. Shenzhen. There you go. Now, I'm really going to struggle. Where am I going to find that? Is that sort of there? There? Hang on. Like there. Shenzhen there? Bit further over. You want him in charge of air traffic control here. Where are we going? Shenzhen. Bit further over. Right, there you go. And there. There you go. How about Wuhan? Do you know, when, funnily enough, when the COVID thing started, hey, what about this? Oh, sorry. I was at Boysdale's last night. Did you see a bunch of